Hello friends, welcome to Attu Bombatu. In today's video, I'll be taking you through a step-by-step process of preparing idli batter to get those perfect. Firstly, let's take one measure of udad whole. So this is udad whole, not the split dal. And then this is idli rava. So this rava will be slightly coarser than upma rava or chiroti rava. As you have seen, I have taken udad whole. So this gives better results than udad dal. So I would suggest that you try with udad whole. Okay, then I have rinsed both of them separately and soaked them for about 6 to 7 hours. So soaking for this amount of time is required. And to check whether the udad whole has been soaked properly or not, you can try breaking one of them using your nails. If it breaks easily, cuts through easily, then it's soaked enough and we are good to go. Next, we need to transfer the udad to either a mixie or a grinder container and start grinding it. So the aim is to get a thick and a fine paste. While we are grinding this paste, right, you can test it between your fingers. There shouldn't be any grainy bits of dal left and the batter should feel slightly slimy. So that's the texture we are looking at. And as I said, you can add water bit by bit to get a thick paste. Next is another quick check that we can do whether the ground paste is properly done or not. So take a bowl of water, into that drop a dollop of the ground paste. It should bounce immediately back onto the surface and it should start floating just the way you're seeing on the screen. So this ensures that the udad paste has been ground right. It's light and airy, which is very necessary for the idlis to turn out soft. So now again I'm just trying to show you the consistency of the paste. It should just drop off the ladle in lumps like this and it shouldn't be runny. So that's the consistency we need to have. Once the paste is transferred to a vessel, we need to take the soaked idli rava, squeeze it tight the way you're seeing on the screen and add it to the udad paste. So continue the same thing with all of the the idli rava. Make sure there's no water left, because at this point of time we don't want the idli batter to get runny. If the idli batter turns runny, then the idlis will turn out very flat. It wouldn't be fluffy. Okay. So once the rava has been added, I'm just giving it a good mix, and we can, at this point of we can just close the container. And another tip here is you can place a heavy object on this. One, it helps in quicker fermentation, and also it gives you a softer dough. So and for fermentation, in places with moderate temperature, it would need about 11 to 12 hours. So what you're seeing here is the fermented batter after about 12 hours. So you can see it's risen so well and the texture is so light and airy. Now it's ready for us to make idlis. I'm giving it a light mix, and we need to add salt because we haven't added it earlier. So I'm adding salt to taste now. And then you don't have to mix it too rigorously, because we have that airy texture and we need to maintain that. Once we have just given it a good mix, we can get the idli plates and the idli cooker ready to start cooking the idlis. I've taken the idli plates here. I'm smearing a drop of oil. This helps to demold idli easier and it wouldn't stick to the plate. So that's the idea. While you're getting the idli plates ready, parallelly you can also keep the idli cooker, add some water and bring it to boil. So we need to have roaring boiling water in the idli cooker before we place the idli plates into it. So here I'm pouring the idli batter. Make sure that you add about 3/4 of the groove with idli batter, not till the brim, because once idli cooks, it would rise up a little more. Okay, so the plates are done now. And another point is, while you're stacking the idli plates, make sure that the idli groove and the steam vents are alternatively stacked, so this helps in quicker cooking of the idli, and also it gets done well. Okay, so now I've placed the idli plates and close the idli cooker. Alternatively, if you don't have an idli cooker, you can have the same setup in a pressure cooker, just don't use the whistle of that cooker. So you can use a pressure cooker also here. It would ideally take about 8 to 10 minutes. So now the idli are cooked fine and they are ready now. You can wait for a minute or two before you take out the idli from the idli plate. That way you can be assured that they wouldn't break, because they are very soft. If you immediately take them out, they might break, and also they might stick to the plate a little bit. So just give it a minute or two before you take out the idlis from the plate. To end, I would just like to summarize the points that to remember for making that perfect idli batter. So use urad whole and idli rava for better results. Make sure to both urad and idli rava are soaked well, and then keep the batter thick, don't make it runny, and keep a heavy object on the container while you're letting it ferment. This helps in quicker and better fermentation. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you have liked the content, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Please let me know your feedback on the content that you are getting on this channel. Any changes, improvements, please do let me know. And once again, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, thank you and take care of yourselves.